Right, boom, we're back. Squeeze the Neck podcast. Familiar face. I normally say my new mate, but this is my old mate, Jacob Wells. Yeah. Jacob, thanks for doing this, mate. So, we've been in touch ever since, right? We've only actually met that first time, but it feels like I've known you for a long time. In case you ain't, we'll put a link below for the episode before. Multiple time world champions. By the look of it, I'll let you discuss it. We spoke about it before. Fight coming up. Before we get into anything else, mate, tell us who you are for those who didn't get the first episode.
So I'm Jacob Wells, K1 fighter, kickboxer, boxer, PT, and
all-round lunatic.
all round loony, I've got fights coming up. I'm active. Yeah, I'm loving the journey.
Yeah. So that's good. So for anyone who does follow the podcast, there's been sort of multiple guests that the three of you have all fought each other. Aaron the Venue, I think I said his name right. Ruben Borello, shout out Ruben, was at your fight recently, mate. Another win, another title defence. So it's all sort of like, I didn't know any of you before this podcast journey sort of thing. So we're all sort of intertwined now.
We're all like London boys. We're all like living in London and stuff like that. But yeah, we've all fought each other. They're all interesting stories behind all of them. Oh, really?
And it was funny, I tell you what's funny, is you all speak highly of each other as well. Like, it's not like a, fuck that guy, I like him, but I don't like him. Everyone seems to like each other, and it seems to be quite a cool little trio.
At the end of the day, there's always going to be respect, because we're getting in the ring, we're fighting, we're laying it on the line. At the end of the day, it's not personal, we just want to win. And that's it.
Just want to knock his bark out.
And then when it's done, it's like, it's amazing. It's like, when it's done, it's like, okay, cool. You know, good luck, whatever. And
how old are you now, Jacob?
I'm 32 this year.
So all of you are young enough. You'll probably come around and fight each other all again anyway. Do you know what I mean? It's all going to still happen. Have you got a time frame of what you want to be in a fight game?
37, I think.
It's quite specific. Why was it 37?
I don't know.
Going on at 37.
Because people ask me that. They're like, why that? I'm like, I don't know. I just think...
A lot of people say either 35 or 40, don't they? 37's a bit like, oh.
37. I don't know. I just feel like 35, I'm like, oh, we'll see where I am by then. I've got a few things I want to do. I want to get like a nice K1, like a KGP title. That'd be really cool. For me, that's what I want to do. I want to build myself up in that organisation. That's what I would like to do. And if I can get by 35, pick like a European or Intercontinental title up, something like that within that would be amazing. And then I can see where I am basically at 35 and then maybe taper off. Might do a bit of boxing, I don't know.
Mate, it comes around quick though, doesn't it, in years? Because I'm turning 35 recently. But I forgot the camera's on, so we'll say 25, so forget what I just said. But I think if you look after yourself, and like we spoke before, I remember you saying like you train year round, you're one of them, aren't you? You're not on the piss for 3 months.
No.
Like it's not old, is it? Do you know what I mean? So coming into it, you're not nearly 35, but you're in the ballpark, aren't you? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I say this, you're like in the middle. You're like not old, but you're not young. And it's like, because everyone I fight now is either my age or they're like they're younger. And I'm like, fucking hell, they're like 22, 23. Yeah. But I remember being that kid.
Yeah, I was going to say that,
fighting men.
You'll remember that, being the young one in the gym, and you look around, then you go, oh, there's a few people younger than me now. And then before you know it, you're the old one in the gym.
It's like, you think, oh yeah, 30's like old. You think, oh yeah, whatever, mate. Like you're 30, but you think, like, now I'm that age. It's like thinking, okay, cool. But you do have to look after yourself. I do think like when you're young, you can get away with more. Right. Like you can, do you know what I mean? You can get away, but when you're like older, you do have to live that bit better. But it's better. I feel like you're better when you're older. I feel better now in the last year than I did in my 20s. Obviously the new gym I am and stuff has given me confidence anyway, but genuinely health-wise, I feel better. I feel stronger and better, and I think that just comes through lifestyle.
And I definitely think as you get a bit older, because again, not that we're dinosaurs, we're in our 30s, right? But like you're definitely more robust, I think, to things that you're more. Man strength's real. It ain't a myth, is it?
Absolutely,
do you know what I mean?
Absolutely. Like you think when you're younger to your strength from, it's crazy. It's actually like it's crazy. When you're a man, it's definitely different. I think you don't lose a bit. I wouldn't say look, because that's just silly to say, but you're not quite as recovery tad slower.
You find,
tad slower. Like after a fight, I'm like,
sorry, mate, I just turned that. Right, just got to carry on, mate. Don't want to kill your chain of thought. We had a chat about that before.
After a fight, I'm recovering slightly. It's taking a little bit longer, not a lot longer, just slightly longer, which is fine. When I'm in the motion of it, like when I'm sparring and fighting, I'm fine. It's just after
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, cool. Like,
see, I've got a theory on this as well. I don't think it's so much an age thing. I can only speak for how I feel, right, in my body. But I feel like it's more of a, like, you get niggles and things, right, that accumulate over time. So it's not as much an age thing in terms of you becoming an old man, but just time in the sport, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? You get things that sort of, you know, I don't know, like the finger that didn't heal properly, and like 5 years on, there's a little niggle in your, you know what I mean? It all sort of accumulates. But I do find, like you, because I went through a period of time of getting, you know, going down the route of massage not every day, but you know what I'm saying, like all the time, and looking up, now I need a rest day. And you feel worse to me. Like when I'm sparring hard and pushing it hard, you get niggles and things, but I go like, you just get on with it, don't you?
You just, exactly. You just try and get on with it, but it's managing it. And I think when you are injured or you're ill, that's another one. You know, when you're ill, you need to stop training. Do you know, like when you're younger, you can kind of push through it, can't you? And you think, but when you're ill now, you're like, fucking hell, wow. Oh.
But also, I think it's lifestyle as well.
Yeah,
because like in terms of like, you're a grown man with responsibilities.
Yeah,
When you're 21, you can afford to sort of sleep in the middle of the day, can't you?
21, like I look at life at 21, and I'm like, wow. Like, it's just crazy.
You got 50 quid in the bank account, and you're like,
I just don't know. To be honest with you, I don't know how I got to this age I did now, living the way I did. But anyway, now it's like I've got kids, I've got home, I've got responsibilities, I've got a partner. Everything is thing. So like, if I'm not doing that, I'm doing that. I'm looking after the kid. I'm helping Faith, and she does majority of the load. To be fair,
does she?
My partner, she carries 90%.
Oh right, okay. You got a good one there.
Yeah, fuck me. Yeah, she's everybody knows Faith. Everybody knows she all my coaches know her and stuff, and she just helps out. She's good. She's very supportive.
Which is another thing that people is overlooked. You don't really hear people talk about it, but there's nothing like. Firstly, fighters have got terrible tasting women typically, haven't they? You know what I mean? For the most part, they've always got some lunatic bird on the firm that's like shouting, hollering.
Mate, my exes have been that. My exes have been that. I'm not gonna lie to you. My exes, fuck me, wow. I mean, I don't know where to start.
Shout out to all the exes.
The exes. I mean, the exes I had. Shit, man. Yeah, but and then I met Faith. I mean, Faith. What I like about Faith, she's got that fire to her. You know, don't get me wrong, we do row and it gets a little bit like, fucking hell, do you know what I mean? But we're very close, we're good friends. And Faith has got my best interests at heart. And I think that's what matters. And she likes me for me.
Right.
As silly as fucking...
But it ain't silly though, is
it? But it's like, she likes me for me.
You love me, she does.
And I ain't got to be anything.
Of course,
she just likes me. And I feel like, you know, then when you're with other people, the wrong people, you're trying to be something you're not.
Yeah.
And I think that's why it doesn't work. But anyway,
So there you go. That is your philosophy on relationships.
Listen, I've been round the block. I know we wouldn't.
Available for PT sessions in kickboxing and relationship advice if you're ready for it. You know what I mean? Be ready. Buckle up.
I've got mate. I've been there.
Yeah, but you said, like, we've touched on it a few times already, like, you got a fight coming up. Tell us about that, mate.
So, I have a fight coming up, big fight. I've got a title fight in October on MTGP. Great organisation, run really well. And like I said to you previously, I want to build my way up in that organisation. For me, that is... I remember looking at that organisation like as a kid and stuff, and just thinking, wow, this is... I don't know. Do you know, like you always have like...
Yeah, of course, you got one,
and there's things I just always liked them. I always wanted to be part of that. And just being on there and fighting, for me, it's just...
That's cool, isn't it? And where are they based out of?
So it's...
Are they UK firm?
Yeah, it's UK. It's so like London based, the gyms, and then it's run by Philip Chu, who's my coach.
Okay.
He's really good.
I don't know him personally. I've met him, but he's Team Chu, right?
Team Chu.
Years back in the day, I was at Gym Box and they was around.
That's where we train, and that's my.
Is that right? Okay.
That's my fight team. That's where I train.
Oh right, brilliant. Like, which Gym Box you at?
So we're at the one in Holborn.
Okay, nice. So, back in the day, I was at Farringdon, so just up the road, isn't it?
Yeah, there's like they're all sort of scattered around.
Yeah.
You know, they're good, and I just think since I've been part of that gym, my game has just got so much better.
Right.
My ideas. I used to go in fights, and I was just relying on one thing. Do you know, that one punch, which is just it's ridiculous. You know, and then as the higher you go up, you become more predictable. They read your game, and if you don't land it, you lose. You know, so. I had to make changes. And I went to this gym, and even the team have become like... I gelled quite quickly. You know, you go to a new gym, especially all around a load of killers. Like these ain't like Tuesday night karate, once a week.
Right.
These are like legit. Like these are all like guys that are like above me. Like I'm like one of the smaller ones as well, believe it or not, and also they're ranked a lot higher. So these are guys I'm looking up to, like in the UK, and I'm training with them week in, week out, and we just gelled so well, and that's hard to find in a gym.
It goes a long way as well. Like it's very hard to find, but when you find it, it's priceless, isn't it? Because I think like we've all been in gyms where it's the opposite, and all, weren't you? And people are fucking grunting at you, and it's like cold. And as much as I think there's positives to that in terms of like if we turn up there and it's a bit like that to spar, there's a pro to fighting like that. But if you're doing that every day, it fucking wears on you, doesn't it?
It does, and if you don't feel wanted or you don't feel like you're particularly liked, sometimes it's not what people sort of say and stuff. Do you know what I mean? Like you can get, I don't know what it is with gyms, but you can pick up an atmosphere very quickly in a gym, can't you?
For sure, yeah.
If someone doesn't like you, it's weird. It's almost like you can sense it.
It's like a cold vibe. It's just quiet, sort of like give you that sort of all right.
Yeah. And you think, what have I done?
Yeah.
And then you start getting all like that, getting paranoid.
Right.
And then you're all done in for the rest of the day.
Yeah.
And I'm coming home going, Faith, what have I done? What have I done? She's like, shut up, it's fine. It's nothing. But some people might be having a bad day or they're nervous. And do you know what I mean? It's such a thingy place. But this place I've been to, where I'm at now, never once.
Never once, yeah. And it seemed true, are they sort of Muay Thai based as well?
Muay Thai, K1
right,
based.
I thought they are K1 as well. So what's your sort of situation with Muay Thai? Have you ever fought Muay Thai as well?
It's something we're discussing.
Right.
And it's something I probably will dip into, to be honest with you.
Right.
Because the way the sport's going and how big it is, and I want to sort of teach and, long run, I want to get my head around the style of it, just for...
Of course, yeah.
So I'd like to, I think it's thing, but I'm predominantly like kickboxing, K1 boxing, and that's kind of what I've done. But I'd definitely like to open.
And how about any grappling? The next logical step from that's MMA as well, isn't it? Like you might as well start ripping people's heads off.
I don't think there's enough years to do all that, but it's a great sport. Maybe who knows when, what will come
Mate,
out.
listen, all the like peptides and shit that's coming out now, me and you might be sat here in 20 years like you're making a comeback.
Do you know what? I had this conversation with one of my mates. I said, we're going to be talking about the same fucking thing in 20 years.
Yeah, of course you are.
Like, what we used
Well,
to
do you ever sit there talking with the same silly mates that you've made silly jokes with when you was 15, thinking you should be more grown up than this?
You just think, fucking hell, it's just quite and then like we said earlier, the time has just gone so quickly.
Yeah.
It's just made me realise that. Hitting 30's really made me realise about time, how quickly it goes. It's crazy.
Don't stop from there either, mate. Like the next 5 years go in a blink of an eye as well, I can tell you. But
crazy.
Like with fighting and stuff like that, you'll see, like you touched on earlier, you see kids that were proper kids when you first met them, right?
Yeah.
Especially in the Jiu Jitsu schools and boxing as well, to be fair. I know like proper kids that were sort of 8 and now they're grown men, they're 22, 24. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And they're knocking people out and they're tapping people.
Funny, but kids are bigger now as well.
Do you think so? Maybe you just get smaller.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm shrinking. Or they're getting taller. Because I spoke to this guy the other day and he was like 18 and I was like, I don't know. Like, he's like 6'4" or something. And I'm like, fucking hell. But kids are getting bigger, right?
Mate, there's a kid
seriously.
that started training with us in Cheam.
Because obviously I'm about 6'5" anyway.
Yeah, I was going to say, you're 6'4", 6'5".
So, I know that height. No, I'm joking.
6'6" in shoes, yeah. But there's a kid that comes to us, he's just started coming to us and he's 6'2"-ish, I guess, 96 kilos, in shape, like a former rugby player, he started grappling. And I looked at him, we trained, we chatted, blah, blah. He's just one of the boys on the mat. Yeah. I assumed he was 20, 21 at the end of class. He's gone, blah, blah. I said, how old are you, mate? Blah, blah. 16. You go, whoa. You're one for the future.
It's just literally like that. It's like,
whoa.
Just like, wow.
Mate, yeah, like proper freak. You are. I won't mention your name in case you don't want me to, but we'll talk about it and maybe I'll mention you next time.
And the opportunities now for kids is crazy because gyms are all full-time now.
And sponsorship's a thing now.
Yeah, everything is just opened up. Like, if there's a time to be a fighter, now's the time. Yeah. If there's a time when we did it and we started, things were that little bit harder. It was not so harder. There wasn't so much about like you had your 2-3 nights a week.
That's it, yeah.
And that was it. And
it was evenings,
running and you'd meet up and do your bits and bobs. But yeah, mate.
And it was old school and closed-minded too, wasn't it? Like amateur boxing was my background, and like if you told them you was doing like weights, that was a problem. If you told them you was doing grappling, forget it. Do you know what I mean? Like anything else was like, what are we talking about?
Yeah.
Just do it the way we've done it for 100 years.
Yeah. It's just like you do the thing, but I mean when you're doing the way we used to do it, it's crazy. Like when the thing is sometimes you think sometimes that the old way is the best way, but I don't necessarily. I think the game evolves, and I feel like this is one of the reasons I always want to compete as well, and you're probably the same, is because I want to adapt to it as it goes, because the game is different from 5 years ago. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, 100%.
I feel like to understand it fully, and I feel like I'm just got so much to learn still anyway, is like I need to be in it to understand it. Do you know what I mean? You know, you get the coaches that kind of haven't sort of done it. It's like, okay, you don't have to fight to be a coach.
But you kind of do. I think you kind of do.
Yeah, it's like I'm not being funny, but like the problem is like everyone knows everyone.
Right.
So if you're saying you're a fighter and you ain't, it's 5 seconds, people. Do you know what I mean?
Of course, right.
Everyone knows everyone because it's popular, but it's not. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, everyone knows 100%. Everyone.
And also, listen, if you've never fought, I'd find it hard to believe you could train a fighter and be in his corner. No, like, how can you? You can't.
You can't understand his emotion. You can't understand it, like really truly what he feels.
Yeah. Yeah, and what's even going on? Because like you can watch it from the outside, you can watch all the fights in the world that's ever happened, but unless you've been the other side, it's different, isn't it? It looks easy from the outside, doesn't it? Do you know what I mean?
Ones that have never fought on giving advice on like weight cuts, and that really pisses me off because you're giving advice to someone, you're putting them in quite a thingy situation.
People die weight cutting, don't they? It's a reality.
Do you know what? You're seeing more and more of it because guys are taking it too far, and I've been one of them that's done it too far, and it's affected my performance.
What weight do you fight at, typically? What's your best weight?
My best weight, I think, is between 75 and 76 kilos.
Right, but now sitting near, you're a lot bigger than that.
84.
84. Is that, yeah, because you're a thick guy. Like, me and you about the same height, but like that's what I said to you when I first walked up. You got fucking legs like a rhino.
Oh, yeah, that's what I mean. This is the problem with it, and that isn't me being like, that's me still training. That isn't me being like fucking just eating what I want. I still eat within my hours.
Yeah.
I eat 12 to 8.
Yeah.
I always keep within that. Mate, like if I just fucking let myself go.
Yeah.
Mate,
you're 100 kilo guy.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah.
Like it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
So I'm always having to battle with my weight. I'm always having to watch it and manage it. Now I've got older, I'm more on it now, especially the last 2 fights, because I don't want to fuck it up because I've got to keep on it. I've got to keep him within a range. And my coach was like, "Where's your weight? What are you doing? How are you getting on?" Like, do you know what I mean? And I feel like, again, another thing I want to talk about is where I'm more like relaxed now. I don't care what anyone says. That helps weight loss. If you're stressed and you're in fight or flight, that can really slow things down as well. And I feel like I was in that before.
Was you? Yeah.
I feel like I was in fight or flight.
Yeah.
Don't ask me why.
But listen, it's a stressful situation at the best of times anyway, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? So like, add on top of that, you got the weight cut with it too. Do you ever, like, obviously, like, and by the way, we're about the same height, so I'm not calling them short arse or anything. But like compared to like Aaron and Ruben, who you fought both of them, they're both a lot taller than us, right? So like, you're short anyway. Do you ever think, fuck, I jump another weight and just be the stocky strong guy?
There is that, but I feel like I can maximise my. Because I'm quite reactive, and I don't know, I've always been that way. When I'm older, like when I get older, I might say, right, 79 it is. Right. Let's go 79. Let's jump up a weight. But I feel like, but they're taller than me, but I feel like I've got like thicker wrists, thicker legs. I'm shorter, but I'm a lot more dense than they are. Yeah. So I can kind of, this is maybe me just saying it to make myself feel better, but I feel like what I lack in height, I've got in, my legs are heavy, my I'm strong.
And that's a problem in itself, isn't it? Like if you ever fight a shorter guy, that is an issue in itself, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Like it's all right. But here's the thing: them guys that we mentioned, Ruben and Aaron, they're always going to be tall anyway. So they fight a tall man's game, whereas you're always going to be on the shorter side. You're going to fight that way anyway.
It's like you just have to adjust things. I learned a lot from them 2 fights. I learned a lot from Aaron and Ruben's fights. A lot. The holes in my game. That's what I learned. Right. They brought out the holes in my game. Does that make sense?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
I had to really go away, but I needed a coach like Phil to, he's really, you look at my last 2 fights. Do you know Leon Jason?
No.
Do you know Leon from Fight City Gym?
I know Fight City Gym, I don't know him,
He's a good fighter, solid fighter.
Okay.
I fought him, I beat him on points. Now, my last 2 fights have been wins on points. Every other win I had on that, on K1, was I think I had like 6 stoppages.
Right.
6 stoppages, and obviously I'd lost and been stopped or whatever. But ultimately, what I'm trying to say is, like, can you see how my game's evolved?
Yeah, of course.
I'm now winning on points. I'm now using my brain, my distancing, and I'm fighting correctly, where before it was just very limited.
Right.
But I needed them fights to bring out that, you know.
Yeah, of course.
I kind of needed to. But like even like when I fought Ruben, he was doing things in areas, and I look back now and I'm like, wow, I just wish I went to the gym I'm at now, like 5 years ago.
Right.
Like, that's life.
Right. That's life, right.
That's
and
life.
listen,
You know.
well, I tell you what comes to mind, and you tell me what you think. Sometimes when you go through that journey, you've also got to be careful not to lose what you are.
Yes.
Do you know what I'm saying? You've got to be careful not to suddenly become like, I'm Jacob Wells, the tricky guy.
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
You're still the big puncher that
Yeah,
wants to knock people out,
yeah.
aren't you? Do you know what I mean?
It's like picking my moments, because what I do now is I'll land shots on them, but then I'll feint them, I'll step back, I'll circle them.
Yeah.
And now they're thinking, what the fuck's this guy doing? Like, this guy, what is this fucking short ball geezer doing?
We've got to start adding like barking to your game.
Because it's like, they're just looking at me. You can see them getting a bit like, hold a minute, like, this ain't thing. But that's what I wanted to do. To go up the ladder, you need to have, plan A, B, and C. But I'm still working on it. My next fight's going to be interesting.
Is that right? Who are you fighting? Do you know who you're fighting?
I don't know the name, so I know it's a title fight, so it's going to be tough.
Yeah.
I have to come back to you on the name.
Yeah.
I don't know the name, but I've got a title fight.
Very right. Don't matter. Nameless, faceless
it's
guy.
It's going to be a tough fight. Like,
yeah.
It's
at that level, yeah, of course.
They don't just give these belts away.
Of course not.
These are very well run show. I don't know if you watch MTGP.
Yeah, I've seen clips. More so.
It's good. It's what the one like we're on, like, but. It's the one I fought Aaron on, actually.
Is that right? Yeah, okay. It's all like big production and stuff like that, isn't it?
Yeah, because we was on design. It was on design, and we was
no pressure.
Yeah, exactly. Me and Aaron was the last fight on the design thing. And, like, we were right at the end, like me and him, and we were like, fucking hell, like, bloody hell, like, do you know what I mean?
It's real, yeah.
It's proper, and it had the. Do you know the K1 guy that does the? He does like the old school K1, like the Australian guy. He does all like the commentating.
Oh, the commentator, yes.
He commentated.
The bald fella, right? Yeah.
What's I can't remember his name.
Yeah.
He commentated that fight.
Oh wow.
So like we had his own. We had like it was proper. Like.
And what's that like? Can you hear him when you're fighting? Can you actually?
No, he was like commentating it like things. So when we watched it back on the zone.
But he's not there, and you can't hear him while he's chatting. He's on the zone.
He done the thing on the zone. So it was amazing.
Yeah.
And I spoke to you about the fight, and he done well. He scored. He done well. He done what he needed to do. I closed the gap eventually, and I personally felt I done enough. But that's the way it is, and we move on. But yeah, it was a good fight. But overall, I learned a lot from that fight. I learned I needed to work on myself and my game.
Is that right? And when was that fight? About a year ago now.
Yeah,
somewhere around there. Yeah, because when I was sitting down with Aaron, probably I don't know how long ago it was now, maybe a month or two ago, and he's talking about different things. And as I think I mentioned it, I don't know if I said it to you before on here, that the three of you, Ruben, him, and have all fought each other, beat each other, and it's like a round robin type situation, and you probably fight again. But like going forward now, is it a situation of belts and titles and events, or is it names? There's no particular names you want.
To be honest with you, for me, I can't speak on behalf of them, but for myself, it's like I just want to get better and be in the gym, get better, fight regularly, and just see how far it kind of goes. And
what's regularly look like? How many times a year?
I like 4 times a year.
Right, so yeah,
I like
proper.
4, and I feel like I can do 4. But actually, for a few years, I could do 4. I'm okay. If there's a time I have to slow down, maybe I have to do 1 a year, 2 a year. But
don't give into that, mate. Don't give into that age shit. Don't worry about that.
It's like, exactly. It's like minimum 3 and then 4. I think.
And what you said earlier, you train all year round anyway, right? So like before a fight, how long before the fight is sort of like what you'd call camp, or does it not work like that?
You tick over, but I feel like it's the mindset that changes. Obviously, you change more like what you do. I'd say about 8 weeks.
8 weeks. And that's when it's what, like super strict, it's no like, bad food, no nothing.
It's just like let's sort of get your ass in gear.
Right.
Let's go. But I'm kind of ticking over. Anyway, I'm kind of on it anyway. I'm still learning. I'm in the gym, but yeah, it's an interesting sort of thing. But you train what you do. You go for twice a day. You do cardio. You do your strength. I think people get too caught up in trying to do too much. I think you just need to work on, like lifting too many heavy weights. I mean, is that really going to benefit you?
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Of
You've
course,
got to work what works for you. I mean, strength and conditioning is good, but I feel like some people do it too much.
And again, I think body types play into that as well, don't they? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because, like, to use the examples we've used of Aaron and Ruben, their strength and conditioning is probably not going to be the same as yours, is it? Just based on the way you're naturally built.
I start lifting weights, heavy weights. I ain't making that. It's gonna. I'm fat. I can't do it. I need to lift weights, but not. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So, we're like me and Aaron, like the complete opposite. Like I showed you the clip earlier. We're opposite. Yeah. Like complete opposite.
Yeah, right. You can watch the episode with me and Aaron where I put my fist out at one point and his chin, he puts his fist on my chin. I'm about as far away from as I am from Jacob now. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So there's obvious advantages to that build, isn't there? But like when you're training now at Gym Box, right? What's that look like? Are you up there every day and just having?
I'm up there most days. I'm going there today. After this, we're going down. Me and Phil meeting up for some training. And he's brilliant. He really, and I ain't just saying it. He really is. He's helped me. He just gives me loads of ideas, and he breaks things down. Not every trainer can work for everyone, but for him, I've had multiple trainers, but for me, him and his brothers, they've found a way to help. You spar him and all that. He's just so clever.
Is he?
He's just so clever. His distance in his vision, I can't explain it. Like you go to do something and he's like one step ahead, maybe even two steps. So you got you're sparring him and you think it's like a game of chess. You know what I mean? He's clever, but he's a great guy.
And how big is he? He's lighter than you, right?
He's lighter, about the same height, but lighter than me. But he's just clever, mate. He's just.
Is that right?
Yeah. Like look at his stable of fighters he's got. Like
speaks for himself, doesn't it? Yeah.
You've only got to look at who he trains and who he's at it, mate. Like, come on.
Yeah, because Gym Box back in the day, as I say, when I worked up there, it was a very kind of I think it's evolved now. Like it was a bit of a. I don't mean like I'm talking down about it because it was great then, but it was like a sort of a trendy hipster type vibe. Do you know what I mean? They'd have like a disco class on over there, DJ.
Oh yeah, a bit
and
of
then
a mix,
do you know what I mean? And then over there, there's people having it in the ring, and over there, there's like I can't remember what they call it. It was like a trendy upbeat yoga class with headbands and shit.
Yeah, I think they've got the rooms for that.
Yep.
But like whenever I walk in there, it's like you hear the pads.
Oh, is that right? Every time,
It's like,
hey.
20 people booting a tyre pad.
Yeah, I got you.
You can hear it.
Yes.
It's.
And what do they do up there? They still train like regular people, if you like, that aren't fighting as well.
Yeah.
Still that kind of vibe.
It's a great community.
Yeah.
It's a great community. Everyone's great. Like everyone, like I said to you earlier, like what great. If you're going to train in London, I recommend going there. And I ain't just saying it. Great community of people, nice people, like. I've just never been to a gym where there's just no. Everyone wants to help each other. It's honestly like when I first went there was things that I obviously needed to work on. Like they were top fighters were like giving me their time to help me. It's hard to find.
And the gym itself they're all great gyms, aren't they? They've all got like the ropes and the rings and all that kind of business going on.
All the equipment, the ring, the cage. There's one in Stratford. They've got a cage.
Got a cage in here.
So it's always busy. Yeah. There's always something going on.
Yeah.
There's classes throughout the day.
That's interesting. And so, like with your own training, like sparring and stuff, with striking sports, there's kind of people. Some people nowadays sort of again a bit like the hipster vibe. You don't need to spar much and all that kind of. To me, I was going to say all that nonsense because to me it is nonsense. You got to spar hard, right? Like you got to be careful and you got to look after yourself a little bit. But like, what does sparring look like for you in terms of how hard it is?
It's controlled. It's always controlled. It's controlled, but it's technique. we're trying to execute what we're learning within the session. Does that make sense? And he'll go, what have we learned here? You might be working, I don't know, like your distance and like taping as they step in. Like you got to try. Does that make sense?
Of course,
like if you do something sometimes and you go away, you forget it. But what we're doing, we're learning it and trying to execute it, which makes us actually remember what we're doing.
Well, that's when a good team around you helps, doesn't it? Because you're not trying to win necessarily, innit? They know you're working on something. Because we've all been in situations too where, with the best of intent to work on something, and then someone starts coming a bit on, and you go, I ain't letting this fucker beat me. Do you know what I mean? And you get nowhere, right?
It's just the worst because you're not thinking of what you need to do. Every time I'm in there, I've got to think about what I need to do. Because not just that, because I've got the ideas to do it now because I've been shown, but at the same time, I want to get better.
Right.
So how do I get better? Fucking do it. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly. Right.
Like, you know, I've done it for years, been in autopilot, just sparring and pads and not really thinking about what I'm doing. And then it affects your performance when you fight. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah,
so
of course.
Just got to try and...
I'll tell you one thing I always find interesting with fighters too is because like it's not like boxing where you sort of getting your multi-million-pound paydays, right? You got to make a living as well. Like, and most people don't want to go and get like what you'd call a normal job, so they train people, which can also be tough on the body. Like, how do you like? I know you train people, right? Like, how do you manage that? Like, with looking after yourself.
So I mean, yeah, that's tough. I mean, I have to PT in the morning. I train in the afternoon. I come back and I'm PTing in the evening. It don't end. 7 days a week.
7 days a week.
I PT 7 days a week. I have to.
That's no joke.
I have to.
7 days a week.
I have to. Like, I'm doing like 4 hours a day. Sometimes 5. Sometimes 3.
Yeah, and that's tough on the body.
Of course it is. It's like you get all different shapes and sizes mentally as well, because I've got to get them better. I've got to make them better, because I can't just go, oh, just kick it, kick the leg pad. I've got to make them, because ultimately it's a reflection on you. Yeah. How they look. Right. They go to another gym and they're doing everything wrong. They're like, mate, who trains you? So-and-so trains me. It looks bad, like.
Yeah, of course, yeah, so fucking Jacob Welch showed me that.
Jacob Welch trains me, and they're like, oh, mate, exactly. You want to get your money back, bruv. Do you know what I mean? But,
well, exactly, yeah. But especially like for anyone who hasn't done it before, if you ever hold pads for someone, not punch pads, that's one thing, but kick pads, like you know about that, don't you? Like, I don't care if you've got pads on, that still takes out if you're doing that for hours a day.
You have to learn how to hold it correctly.
Yeah.
Because you got to make sure you're holding it, so you got to learn how to protect yourself as well and not hold it wrong for them. Because if you hold it wrong for them and injure them, mate, how embarrassing is that? Imagine holding it wrong. Like, come on, like, there's nothing worse than someone holding pads and they can't hold pads. Nothing worse.
Kick pads especially, because it's hits them in the face and it's all kinds of things.
Or they go too low and you've got to like stop the kick and it's like, bruv, come on.
Well, mate, I saw someone recently, I won't say where it was. It wasn't in London. It was not in London, but you make up your own mind where it was. There was two people doing like that and holding the pads, and the guy clearly didn't know how to hold the pads, bless him, and he did get shinned across the face. But that's what you get, right?
Why do they lean into it?
Yeah. Like, well, he kind of did that. He kind of did like the pull away kind
of.
The
pull away, they're the worst ones. The pull away is a bad one, and the one where they meet it. It's like, look, just hold it, like that sort of position, and allow it to hit. Yeah. Spreads the energy. I mean, there you go. Well, we all do things we can do better, but I mean, look, at the end of the day, fucking hell, you get beginners classes when they're holding pads for each other.
Oh no, I wouldn't do it. Don't give them pads. Don't give them pads. Get them shadow boxing.
Because straight away it's like you got to get a good partner. Because you get a bad partner, your session.
You've got to hunt your partner quickly.
Yeah.
Can I partner? No.
Do you know what I mean? You get a beginner like, oh, so-and-so's free. You're like, who's that? You're like,
yeah. Well, I'll tell you a story about gym box. I was teaching a lot of boxing up there back in the day.
But that's not there. That's like at gyms I've been to.
Yeah, of course, right.
When I was like younger, and you think, oh god.
Okay, no, right. Well, I was holding pads for someone once up there, and I'm not exaggerating to you when I say 6 times. Counted them 6 times. I'm holding the pads for him, and he jabbed my face 6 times. Oh, 6 individual times. At a certain point, you go, bro, what the fuck are we doing here? I mean, I was trying to be cool and like, it was like, mate, it's 6 times you've hit me, but anyway.
That's borderline like. You got a problem.
It's like 1 or 2. Now
You're just like, right. We've had words before.
I've told you 6 times. Yeah.
Because to me that would come across a bit personal. That's a bit.
But the thing was, it would. But the guy, I mean, bless him. I don't even remember his name, so it's not like I'm at him. But he was like, even if I let him jab my face, it was like, he was not a fighter, and there was no malice. He was just, like lights is on, but nobody's home type deal. Bless him. But shout out, I hope you're well. If this ever finds you, you know who you are. 6 times, bro. 6.
I don't know where you are.
Yeah, probably not still around. You probably got hit by a car or something. Fucking can't cross the road. You dopey fuck. But anyway. Back to you rather than the dopey blokes at gym box.
Woo!
When you go forward like from things, because seminars is a big thing now, right?
Yes.
Like, and I've been lucky enough to be at some seminars lately with some great striking coaches, Jonathan Haggerty, all that kind of stuff.
Oh wow, yeah.
I got one coming up tomorrow with fucking help if I remember his name.
He's amazing.
Yeah,
he is. His movement.
Yeah.
And IQ.
Yeah.
Wow.
You
watch him and you're like there's levels. Yeah.
Yeah. Mate, I had the pleasure to move around with him at the end in a 1 minute.
I see that.
Yeah.
I see that.
Yeah, what a guy. What a great
Mate,
guy. And was cool.
He's unbelievable.
Yeah, he's a really good guy. Really
incredible.
nice guy.
Great fighter.
And he, I tell you, it was cool. It was quite funny at that seminar. He was someone got in there before my round and kind of was like upping it a bit and could obviously kickbox a bit. And there was a few ways.
Oh yeah, like, cheer it up. Yeah.
You saw him go kind of like that, and like was cool. We didn't kick him in the face and hurt him, but you know when just sort of up the level a little bit, and it was all from. It went from a little bit of like people going like, yeah, me next, again. Now I'm cool. Like, no, I don't want to do it now.
Because he's got, instinctively, thing is, I can imagine the faster you go, the faster he'll go.
Right.
The harder you go, the harder he'll go. He'll match it, and that's just the law of the jungle. Mate.
That's it.
Just his thing. But I watched him on it in his movement, and you think, wow, like, where do you even step here?
Yeah.
He's switching, he's moving, he's angling, he's bouncing. It's like, you like, what the fuck do you do?
I'll tell you what he's doing as well, and of course there's levels. Like I've never fought kickboxing, I've just sparred and whatever. But he was like making noises too. Hup, up, up. And it wasn't like in rhythm with his feet and stuff. So that was like a bit of a like he's class. You know what I mean? Real class fella.
He's exceptional.
Yeah,
he is exceptional.
And another one I've got coming up is with Liam Harrison. So it'd be interesting to compare the two, right?
I done a seminar with him at my old gym at Pride Combat.
Right.
And I did one with him, and I was just watching him and just he's fucking hell, mate. Yeah, they're just vicious, aren't they?
Mate, I'll tell you what.
You just think like, wow.
I've met him before at an airport, right? Funny enough, I was on his flight to Denver when he fought in Denver.
Yeah.
Both of them did. Haggerty and him were both on the same card, and I just happened to be in Denver,
and
I ended up getting tickets, and it was a great night at the show. One's a great fight organisation, by the way.
Oh,
if you ever get a chance.
amazing.
But they production, all that kind of stuff. But he was cool. He was at the you could see he was like he's off a flight, and he's waiting for baggage and whatever. And like there was a few people sort of you could see sort of like doing that, and like you know when he's like he's just had a 10-hour flight. He's just had a 10-hour flight, and people are like, and he's kind of you can see him. He was cool and whatever. But I happened to stand next to him at one point. I don't know if you remember this, but I stood next to him, and I'd done a podcast with Vinnie Shawman the week before, who's like worked with him and whatever. So I kind of had a like, I've got something I can fucking talk about.
You got to know you've got something. You
but
can
we was both like sort of near each other for the baggage, and we had a little chat, and he was great with me. So you know, he's a real cool guy. And I was at the open workouts too, which was cool.
The thing is with them, they are like global. They're like known globally.
Yeah.
Everybody knows them.
Yeah.
And rightly so.
Yeah.
You know, they are so good at what they do. Everyone knows them.
Mm-hmm.
Like you go on like reels on Insta, you watch all their breakdowns, mate. Come on.
Yeah.
Them two,
And you'll know yourself this. Like when you see people like that hit pads and kick pads up close. Yeah. It's a different experience, isn't it? You go like, fucking hell, like because they're not big guys by any means, but like fucking when they kick them pads, you'd think they were big guys. You know?
It's the speed and it's the accuracy. Like I'm not being funny. Them guys could finish you so quick. Like, they'd like, do you know what I mean? That their breakdowns as well in the seminars are amazing. They did like show you like their signature moves and stuff.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, little tricky things. Yeah. And again, like I've never fought kickboxing, but little things they show you, you go, fucking hell, it's so simple.
Yeah, Liam was doing some, and I was bloody hell. Like, when they teep, he was like parrying with the arm and then coming back with the hook. It was just so quick.
Yeah,
like, you just couldn't. You could dream of being that quick.
Yeah,
but the way the way he turns. I mean, I could go on and on, but I'm a big fan of them too.
Yeah, I think they're both cool. And like when I was up close at and I've got quite a funny story about the open workouts, how I got into that because I wasn't supposed to be there. But the open workouts out in Denver, but up close, especially Liam, like his style, he's very like everything's like fuck me, like it's powerful. Good, but I wasn't supposed to be at the open workout. I rung the gym and said like, can I come to the open workouts and blah blah blah. And like that was nice. They were very cool. I trained there as well, and they said like basically no, it's for members only to get in and whatever. Like, cool. So I just showed up. I was like, look, I'm fucking here. I'm coming in. Do you know what I mean? I'm coming in. What do you want to do?
Try and stop me.
I was like, I'm coming in. What do you want to do? And they was, you know what I mean? And they was cool with me. They was like, and she was like the young girl on the desk. You know, she was like, I'll get the manager, blah blah. And he came over. I thought, fuck, I'm in here. I've seen a crack here. And he was cool as well. He came in, basically said, if you pay a monthly membership for the gym, you can come in as a member. And and the open workouts. I mean, I'm sure you've been at loads of open workouts. But for one championship in particular, they're really like production's a big thing for them. You know, they have like the ring announcer. They're coming to the open workout.
Doing the boxing,
right. It was real fun and like real like. But and sorry, the reason I brought up one originally was because they're obviously an MMA organisation predominantly, but they seem like they're switching over more now. They do mixed fights, don't they? They have grappling events. They have Muay Thai.
Muay Thai. They do both. But what an organisation.
Yeah.
I mean, wow.
Is that ever on your radar? Something like that, to get in there.
I mean, it'd be amazing just to be a part of it or one day, but I've just got to get in the groove here first.
Because they do little gloves as well.
Yeah, I mean, 4 ounces is something I would definitely look at.
Yeah. I was going to say, it would probably suit you more than most.
You know, it probably would suit me better than
yeah.
thing. But, you know, if I can just be good domestically, that would be, you know.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. But also one championship, roughly translated.
Yeah. If you need.
Well, because the one thing that interests me would be fighting, like the difference between fighting in a ring and fighting in a cage makes a huge difference, right?
It does, yeah.
And also, not just the cage, you've got little gloves on. So it's not a different sport, but in a lot of ways, it almost is a different sport, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Like, does that cause a problem, or is that you just don't think about that sort of stuff?
I feel like if you're moving on the outside, it's easier for you in a cage.
Right, it's obviously a lot bigger, isn't it?
Yeah, it's harder to kind of trap someone, but when their head is against the cage...
Not a good place.
It's solid, yeah?
Yeah.
So when you kind of hit it, does that make sense?
Your eyes are lighting up, bro. You want to chill out a bit,
yeah,
don't you?
Yeah. But when I'm a little bit...
Yeah. Thought you were going to hit me.
Yeah, just a little bit, yeah. But with the ropes, there's a bit of give, yeah?
Right.
You can kind of lure in, and as they hit, you can kind of lean back.
Right.
But with the cage, I think it's hard to cut someone off in a cage. I haven't done that many fights in a cage, so I'm still trying to get my head around it, but I've always sort of been in a ring. But it's definitely hard to cut someone
But also a cage, for anyone who's ever been in a full-size cage, it's fucking massive, isn't it? Like, I don't think people realise till you step in it and the other side of the cage is like a runaway, isn't it?
It's massive. The cage is huge. We're fully sized cage is massive. Like it's huge. And like I say, if you're meeting someone who's really good on their feet and moving, mate, you know, if you got to get to work. Especially if you're heavy footed in that.
Yeah.
It's hard.
And it's harder to cut them off, I would imagine, right?
Really
because
hard.
like it's
like
essentially a circle, isn't it?
It's like you can't. It's like you control what you want, but there's always an exit.
Yeah.
There's always an exit.
Corner. Yeah.
You've got to try and hurt and sort of trap them, kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? Like wear them down. Where a ring, you can cut someone off. Better.
Yeah, of course you can. Yeah.
That's the difference. I mean, I've never done it at the level of one championship, of course not. But it's like at the level I was at, what I noticed is. It was the cutting off, and because obviously I'm the shorter fighter, we know that, and it's trying to get to them and stuff. But the ring I can get, so it's the cutting off.
It's the cutting off side of things. Yeah. Do you watch much MMA? Are you much of an MMA fan?
Not really. I mean, I know of the fighters because a lot of them were kickboxers. Right. That went into it.
Well, that's what I was coming to. Was Alex Pereira and like the Israel Adesanya fight? Like you, someone like yourself would watch that through a different eye, obviously, because they were actual kickboxers. They're not just kickboxing style. They were proper kickboxers at the top level until they switched over to MMA. So when they're going to MMA, which is another thing I've got an opinion on in terms of coming from a background, I don't think it matters so much which maybe we'll get into in a minute. But like, if you come from a kickboxing background to that level, you're always going to be somewhat of a kickboxer, aren't you? You can adapt, you can change. But to me, you don't want to change too much anyway, because that's what got you to the party, innit? Do you know what I mean? Whereas like, if you add stuff to that and get into your home base.
I mean, look at Pereira's calf kicks and low kicks, man.
Well, he does them funny as well, doesn't he? Like you probably know more than me.
He kind of has his foot like, I don't know how to describe it, like a club.
It looks like he doesn't pivot to me.
Yeah, and he doesn't move his shoulders.
Right.
So they're watching him, and he's keeping it busy. He's got that long guard.
Yeah.
And then he just comes around the side.
Yeah.
And he just hits it. He's like an investment.
Well, it looks like he doesn't twist his foot much either and pivot in. He just seems like he's kind of straight to the point.
He's like his ankle bone. Does
right.
that make sense?
Yeah,
to kind of drill in.
Yeah.
But he's got his distancing and vision, and he's just second to none.
Yeah, and he's huge too, isn't he?
He's huge, yeah, and he's a good fighter, really good. But he wins through his kickboxing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and people knock his grappling all the time. But if it was that easy, why aren't people taking him down?
He's good. He don't really move his body much. But
does his body and his structure play into that, do you think? Because again, like, he's got a very special type of body, and a specialist type of body.
I just think he's exceptionally powerful.
Yeah.
I think his power is underrated massively.
Yeah.
And I think when people are in there with him, they realise.
Can't get touched by that, yeah.
He can't hit, and his distancing, he just susses it. But his kickboxing is very much about that.
Was you aware of him as a kickboxer before?
Yeah, like the glory in that. I always watch the glory. Like, I love the kickboxing. Like kickboxing forever, mate.
Right. You are one of them. You're a boxing fan as well. You said you boxed and that, right?
Yeah, I've boxed for years, but kickboxing, like I've done kickboxing with the trousers.
Oh, like above the waist sort of game.
I've done that. I've done K1. I've kickboxed basically nearly like over half my life.
Yeah.
So kickboxing forever.
Which is funny. Kickboxing very. But where was you boxing at beforehand?
I boxed at West Side Boxing Gym.
Okay.
In West London. And then I just used to box for my kickboxing gym.
Oh, was that? It was,
So,
yeah, okay.
So it was a bit of both. We were very hand thing. I've had 11 boxing fights.
Yeah, amateur bouts today.
So unlicensed boxing.
Unlicensed, yeah.
So
Of course,
10
of course they were.
10 ounce. We used to do it like at the Circus Tavern and all that.
Yeah, of course you did. Shout out to Circus Tavern.
Yeah. God, that was some
lively place.
I had some good fights in there. Like when they were like pros that would maybe not fight anymore and then come back, and I was like a kickboxer kind of, so it would always make a good fight, and I had some really good fights on there.
Yeah. Well, there's a sort of a rise of that now. Like, I don't know if you've heard of Fight Zumi. Have you heard of Fight Zumi?
Fight Zumi.
I was at their card recently.
Yeah,
You know, there's a kickboxing, MMA, boxing.
Yeah, John Duran's a good friend of mine.
Yeah, John's been on here, obviously, and John was there. I saw him that night. He was in the corner of a fella called Big Ish, I think the guy's name was.
Yeah.
I don't know personally, but he was
John's a really good coach as well.
Yeah.
John's very good. John's coached me.
Has he? Okay. Is that how we originally got in touch? Was there something through John, maybe?
I think
Back
so.
in the day? Yeah, probably.
That's probably where we
connected.
Yeah.
Right.
Because John, I used to fight for, it was Cobra Gym then.
Okay.
And then to John Duran's training. But I fought for John for a period, and we done boxing.
Did he? Yeah, right.
And we went to some mad shows.
Yeah, I bet.
All over like the UK. Like we went to one boxing show. Oh, I can't remember where it was. Faith was there. It was like in Worthing, and like it was like, and you could see he was just sort of looking, but like we was there, and I won the fight that night. But mate, yeah, we went some mad.
You do boxing especially more than any other combat art, I find. You turn up at some venue sometimes and you look around and you go, where the fuck am I? If I disappear, no one's going to find me here.
Oh,
Do you know what I mean?
Mad. We went to some mad locations.
Yeah.
But it's good memories.
Yeah, shout out John. We've got to get you back on here because
man.
like ever since, like people keep telling me, and I've seen you a few times since, but everyone keeps saying, you got to get John back on. He's got great stories. Push him.
Some good stories.
Yeah, push him on his stories. He's got great stories and whatnot.
He has got some good life experiences.
Yeah, I bet.
I'll let him tell you. But mate, that guy, yeah, he's like 3 decades in the sport.
Yeah.
I thought, mate, come on, like he's like, and he's very good as well.
Yeah.
Very tough. We've sparred probably about 100 times.
Have you? Yeah, proper.
Yeah, he's tough.
He's got that fighter look about him as well, hasn't he, John? Like Big John looks like a fighter because when we was at the thing, I sort of poked me around the changing room.
Yeah.
And before you know when someone's looking and before they kind of clock who it is you, and he kind of give me that look, and I thought, chill out, John. Like, and then he smiled and he's great. But yeah, definitely don't fuck with Big John for sure.
Yeah, he's been good to me.
Has he? Yeah.
He's been really good.
Yeah, he's one of them people, and there's a lot of people. I say this a lot on him. People go, "You say everyone's nice." Listen, he's one of them people that like I've met a handful of times.
He's genuine.
That's what I'm getting at.
He's genuine. He's like, you know, it's like my coach and stuff now. They're genuine people. Like it's so hard to find.
I think there's more of that now, and it seems like the sort of fight community sounds a bit douchey, doesn't it? But you know what I'm saying? Like that sort of like people are more. I think it's a younger generation. Like me and you are similar age. When we started, you would go in a club sometimes and there'd be an old boy with a flat cap on, who'd grunt at everyone, and you'd mention another boxing club, and wouldn't want to talk about. Never had a good word to say about it anyway. That seems to be dying out a bit, doesn't it?
That was the worst. Like if you were out and then your friend would be like, "Oh," I'd be like, "Listen," like he'd be like, "Yeah, my mate's a boxer," and you think, boom. And you always got the one that they're like the hanger-oners.
Right.
They don't quite want to do it.
They just like training in the
club.
club.
You know the ones that don't do it?
They're in the club and they
scared,
pretend.
They're scared. No, they're not even in the club. Like when you're out, like on a night out.
Oh, okay.
They're like the ones, the ones that are quite scared to go in the gym. Never had a fight in their life. But they're always like, they know everyone.
Right, yeah.
But they're always like on the fence about, like controversial about, you know, like thing. And they'll be like, yeah, my mate does it, so and so. Do you know, they're name dropping like fuck.
We trained together for years.
We trained together and all that. And you're thinking, like, people just can't wait for this guy to fuck off. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, cool.
People just think,
or don't even know him. He's met him once.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Do you know what I mean? Them sort of blokes.
Well, I'll tell you, I mentioned this on a podcast recently. I don't know if you know who Ollie Thompson is. He was former Britain's strongest man. He was he fought in the UFC, heavyweight, all that kind of stuff.
See him.
Great guys from Eastbourne. Shout out, Ollie. Hope you're well, mate. But I did a podcast with him, and it's nice to meet you, as you do, blah, blah, blah. But I said to him, I've got a funny story for you. He wouldn't remember it. He's 10, 12 years older than me. And when I was sort of 18, 19, I was in a nightclub with a mate, just like what you just said. Oh, no, Ollie. You know, I was the boxer at the time. I know Ollie. Not me, the other Ollie. I know Ollie, you know. I train with him all the time. He's my pal. Come over, we'll say hello. And bear in mind, I'm 18-ish, so he's like nearly 30, right? Man, and he's built like, you know, he's a big mountain. My mate's gone, come, I'll show you. Blah. We've got, I don't know, 10 foot away from him, and my mate's gone, hi Ollie, hi. Do you remember me? Like he's giving it the whole like. Ollie kind of looks at him like, you know, like, and he introduced me and like went away. You know?
I get it, like why even start?
Why put yourself in that position?
Just get to like, I mean, the logical step. I mean, hindsight's an easy thing, but just talk to you. You're going to introduce him. Boom, there you go. Then talk. But fuck me, don't like make this scenario. I don't know.
Yeah, I think people believe it though. I think people, do you know, like when I said they're in the gym, like some guys go in the gym, don't they, once a month, and they pretend they're like, they might as well be the top boy in the gym. They've never fought, they're never going to fight, they can't even spar, but they're that guy and they go, oh, I know Jacob, I've trained with fucking Jacob for years. Jacob's seen him once and said hello to him, and now he's his mate.
Yeah, I've like ran past him and done one of them or something.
Give him a wink, yeah.
Like, I run past people all the time and I go like, and I'm thinking, who the fuck's that? Or I say hello to someone. Like, for you probably do it as well. I don't know if it's just me fucking losing the plot, but people say hello to me and I don't know who they are.
Mate,
but I'm such a friendly guy. I
was in David Lloyd yesterday.
Who the fuck is that guy?
Mate, I was in David Lloyd yesterday, and this isn't a fight gym. This is just a David Lloyd. This guy, I've seen this guy in this David Lloyd for maybe, must be knocking on 2 years.
Yeah.
And every time I see him, he goes, "Hello, Ollie, how's it going, mate?" and gives me the bump. I don't know this guy from Adam. I'm always nice to him. Like, "Hello, mate." I don't know his name. I don't know anything. But you know, he's just like,
it's bad because I don't know who these people are.
Yeah.
And they're going, yes, yeah, Jacob, all right, mate, yeah, sound. I'm like,
I'm starting to question myself. Am I just forgetting?
Yeah, that's what I'm getting worried. I said to Faith, I think, boom, you know, now's the time. Now I'm losing my brain cells. No, I'm joking. But I don't know these people. But yeah, you get a lot of that.
It's fun. Well, here's the thing too,
Everyone
right?
wants to know a fighter. Everyone wants to know someone that's doing something.
Doing something.
Good, yeah.
Well, I've told I won't tell it again, guys. The Ronan Keating story when someone sort of dive bombed him at fucking Heathrow when he was trying to sort of usher his way through, and he made eye contact with me, Ronan Keating, right? Yeah. I'm telling it. I said I wouldn't tell it. But he's walking through. He's only a petite fella. He's all dressed nice, slick hair, the whole deal. And he was like, I dropped Mrs. at the time off at the thing, so I'm just sat there. And he's sort of like, you know, when you make eye contact with someone, he looked at me like, oh, don't say hello, don't out me. And I just kind of whatever and got on with business. And some geezer who works there has gone, Ronan! And like done him. And now he's got a crowd of people around him. And you could see him like, fuck. I just thought, why would you do it like that? But that's about the 18th time I've told that story, so I'll leave it alone.
Okay, but what I like there is you know, you was aware, but I think that's what this comes into it because you kind of want to, you see someone you know, you want to kind of thing, but it's a bit awkward, isn't it? It's a bit.
I don't like asking another grown man for a picture. I think that's odd.
It's a bit
different if you train with them. If me and you're on the mats and I go, Jacob, come in, let's have a photo. Yeah, that I find that different.
It's a bit beggy as well.
Yeah,
it's a bit beggy. It's like it's beggy isn't the wrong word. No. I don't know, but I just feel like, and plus, like they got stuff they got to do as well. Yeah. But like sometimes if you're in the same thing and you know you can get talking and you can go, oh, you know, and then get in.
That's different. I find that very different.
I think the best approach is to try and get to talk to them because they're like, you know, we're all quite similar in you know.
Well, I'll tell you what, I've trained with people, and as I said, I'll take photos with them because I think there's a different environment. It's like we've trained together, let's have a picture. But I saw Chris Eubank once, senior, in Brixton, and he kind of swanned over with his cane, got out of his Rolls Royce and all that stuff. And like, I couldn't say any more good things about him. He gave me, like, not just me, there was me and one other guy who shouted at Chris, and he come over, he pulled the car over and sort of swanned over.
Oh yeah, he loves it.
He loves it. But he comes over and he's chatting with us for 5 minutes. Don't know us from Adam, right? He's chatting away and like gave us his time, whatever. I wouldn't ask for a photo in that situation. Then I'd feel like, can I have a picture? It's like, come on, man, leave me the fuck alone. Do you know what I'm saying?
You really want to get a picture, but you've got to try and work out how to say it without sounding like a beg.
But also, it's a little bit like he's a grown man, I'm a grown man. Yeah. Do I need a picture? I've met him, I've shook his hand, that'll do. Do you know what I'm saying?
But you know what, today's day and age, like, you kind of got to take the picture.
Yeah,
it's
I guess,
If you ain't got a picture,
it didn't happen, did it? It don't count,
Because you could be telling, like, I met him, they're like, yeah, whatever, mate.
Well, after today.
I'll prove it, you're like, oh, fuck.
That's it, after today, I'll tell everyone I met Jacob Wells, I show them the video, I go, look, I met Jacob Wells, been in his fucking house.
You've got to prove it, like, now, because people, it's like when you train, it's like we train so much, but we don't post every time we train.
Couldn't. You'd fucking run out of battery.
It's like people are like, yeah, I'm going for a run now. Or I'm eating this. It's like, bro.
The talking to the camera one gets me. Yeah, hi, guys. Doing my essence. Shut up, bro. Just train.
Do it anyway. Like, I think, like, sometimes, like, you want to post that you're training because you've got to keep people engaged. Yeah. You want to sell tickets. You've got to keep it engaged. But there's a line. You've got to keep it Do you know, you got.
It's also boring for people too. If you every day you post it in the bag again, doing the pads again, people go, all right, mate, I seen it yesterday.
And people just feel like shit about themselves because they're questioning whether they want to do it, and then they start taking you off social media, and
Losing followers.
Yeah, you're thinking, fucking, this is actually doing more harm than good, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Are you at a point where you get haters on there? Do you get like DMs calling you things?
I've had like fucking comments on things, and I've had things, and it's like, it's really weird because one done one, and it was like a fake one, and I actually found out who it was.
Oh wow.
Yeah, because
Big
someone
problems.
dropped them in it, and
Someone grassed them up. He needs a smack and all, doesn't he, the grass?
Someone grassed him up. It just went, we got talking, he went by side of him saying, oh, do you remember that thing? I just forgot, but it wasn't that bad. It was just like, I can't remember, some negative comment. It was a bit controversial. I didn't really give a shit. It wasn't that bad, fuck me. And they grassed him up. Well, people tell me everything. I don't know why. I find out everything. I don't even ask. They go, yeah, but they just tell me things. You know what life's like.
Yeah.
People gossip, mate, right?
They gossip? And when did becoming a grass be okay, by the way? Because that seems like a premium now.
They dropped this guy in it like a fucking. They dropped him in it, and I still ain't spoke to this guy about it.
You ain't been? I thought it was a good story behind it.
I need to fucking talk to him actually. And
is this a grown man we're talking about?
Yeah, it's a grown man.
That's unbelievable.
It's actually fucking.
I tell you what's funny with me. I had one maybe.
Yeah,
I was going to say the other day, maybe. Oh, that's mad, isn't it? Well, I had one. I was going to say the other day, maybe 3-4 months ago now. And I went on Instagram, right, DM, and I'm not exaggerating, mate. When it was like a fucking, like you had to scroll to see the bottom of it, telling me how I'm fucking this and I'm that and I'm not that and this is fake and no picture on a profile, private account. You go like, this is probably a grown person. Like,
the thing
what are you
is
up to?
as well, what they need to understand, these people making these accounts, is people have eyes. Yeah. And when they see fucking 20 followers, 20 following 20 people and nothing else, and just a random picture of like a fucking dog or a tree or something, that it's quite clear what's going on. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah. So, but it was a mad one. The one I got was like a very like thought out, like someone had obviously put some thought into it. He was going like, that post you put the other day of coaching, you're this, your jiu-jitsu's no good. And I'm looking at like, all right, mate. It's you must feel sorry for him, don't you?
It's like in this industry, if you're trying to put yourself out there, and I tell myself all the time, you've got to be fucking bulletproof. You've got to be, I mean that emotionally, because you got to laugh at that.
I did, exactly, right.
I mean?
But the thing that comes to my mind is like, that's me, who's got like what following I've got, which is, you know what I mean? I'm thinking like what people like say, Conor McGregor as an example. Can you imagine what he must get?
You see things all the time, like on what these celebrities go through, but you just got to fucking ignore it. And you know, if I think if you can shut off from that, some people can't. Like AJ and all that, they get really drawn into it.
Don't they? Yeah.
Like he reads it and you can see it. I actually feel sorry for AJ. I feel like he gets a lot of shit. Yeah.
He's what, mate? He's all right. He ain't got to work another day again. He's all right.
Yeah, in that sense, he's all right. But he gets a lot of shit.
Did you see him the other day with Jarrell Miller? You see the video?
I didn't see
where he kind of sticks it on him a bit. And, you know, Jarrell Miller shouts and hollers and all that, doesn't he? And he kind of fronted him and give him like, you're working for me. You're on my undercard.
Bruv, this guy, Jarrell Miller, bruv. I mean, he was set to fight everyone.
Yeah. Pulls out.
Got
caught for steroids twice. Yeah.
Like, but I don't. He's fat as a pig. What fucking
What's
steroids?
that?
He was his fucking money back, didn't he? Where's the fuck's he done? He's got like a fucking set of tits and all that.
Well, he was a kickboxer and all, wasn't he, before?
Yeah. Well, fucking hell, yeah. Well.
Oh, is it one of them? Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. The problem is people are taking things now, man, and it's so hard to.
Well, also, I think he's about 23 stone, isn't he? Like that's an issue in itself, isn't it? Like that's a big problem to deal with.
Yeah. I mean, he's 23. He's not a bad fighter, is he? He's not bad, but he's not great. I mean, he's like a fucking hell. I mean, Chisora's better. Dylan White's better. They're better fighters. Yeah. Chisora's good. I'm a big fan of Chisora.
I'm a big fan of Chisora. Chisora's what I would call like a proper fighter, like to the core. Like he'll be fighting when he's 50 if they give him a license.
Mate, I like him. I like Chisora, and he's fought everyone.
Everybody.
Yeah, he's got some losses. Who gives a shit?
Doesn't matter.
Anyone good has had a good career has lost 10, 15 times.
Yeah, but also anyone who knows anything will like a loss don't mean nothing anyway. Do you know what I mean? If you're fighting the right people, you're going to lose eventually.
Yeah. Because it's like we said earlier, they will expose your weaknesses, how you come back.
And also at the top level, not even at top level, any level, the people you're fighting is close, isn't it? If you're having a good night, better night's sleep than me, or vice versa, it is what it is, isn't it? Do you know what I mean?
It's inches, mate. It's a game of inches, and preparation is key.
Yeah.
You know? You know, that player might have had a bad fucking run up, bad injury, not done thing, you done more. It just all comes on the night.
Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah, anything could happen. On that particular night, the ring's a bit slippy on one side and I slip while you chin me.
There's so much shit that goes on, or someone says something to you, that's on your mind, and that's playing in your mind. Or do you know what it's game of inches, even at like this level we're at now, like domestic, high level, domestic level, it's like anything can fucking happen.
Of course
You've got to be switched on and you've got to prepare correctly.
And listen, the jump from that to like elite world level is, I mean, there's a gap, but it's small, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? It's only given, like the difference between like a beginner to where you are compared to upwards, it's tiny, isn't it? You know what I mean?
It's just getting the right opportunity applies. I say this as well about fighters. You need to be sellable. Now, when I say sellable, there's a lot of fighters now that are very good, but they're not sellable. And you're probably thinking, what do I mean by that? The personality.
Yeah.
Their personality. There ain't no personality.
Right.
How the fuck can they take them to the big time when they've got no personality? If you can fight, you're tough, you knock people out, and you've got a personality, boom.
Yeah. I think you're steering into your own personality too, right? If you're not a big talker, don't start playing a McGregor game.
No.
Like a personality can be you grunt at the camera and push the mic out the way and walk off.
But go with that.
That's what I mean.
If you're boring, fucking go with that.
Yeah.
Do you know, but it doesn't mean you're not. But what I'm trying to say is, it's like when people try to be something they're not.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? You know, you just feel someone talk and you're like, oh,
stop, please stop. Well, there was. Do you remember
Ben
Ben Roth? I don't know if you know.
Shut up, just
That's it. Take the mic off him. Get the mic off him.
Fucking do something. Get out.
Well, I don't know if you know Ben Rothwell is. He was UFC heavyweight, and he was doing a gimmicky thing a few years ago when he was winning fights. He was doing like a and like no one was laughing, right? Like, it was terrible, brutal. And he did like a funny dance at one point, and like you know when the guy
pulling out all the stops.
But you know when like, someone was dancing and like the reaction he wanted was like But the guy holding the mic was kind of like. I'm lost, you know, and it was brutal. And there's another guy as well. I can't remember where he was from, but he was anyway. He was. They put the mic in front of him. You know, great win, great performance. Who do you want next? And he went like, I don't know. And it was like, bro, say anyone. Say Mickey Mouse. Stop. Just say something.
Well, you think like you got to rehearse these things in your head. Yeah. Like, you know, if you win, what are you going to say? Like if I go, like I just think, like, I'm not being funny, but I feel like you need to be marketable. And what I mean by that is a personality. McGregor, a personality. Love him or hate him, he gets you talking. Yeah. And I feel like that's what they need. Yeah. The personality is what people are drawn to. Even if they hate you, they're drawn to you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It doesn't matter. Like, but if you're good in a personality, that's what I think the world's waiting for.
I'll tell you one other thing that comes to mind when you say about personality and your style and whatnot, like, is the bare knuckle side of things now. Like, that's getting big. Is that ever something you'd consider?
That is what I want to do, but at the end of my career, that's what I'm gonna finish it on. Right. I love the idea.
And why finish it on? Is that just because of the hands and things like that?
I just feel like that would be a good way to go out.
Right.
Because it's like maximum risk.
Yeah. But when I say hands and stuff like that, I mean like breaking your hands and coming back to kickboxing can be you know.
Yeah. Like it's not something I could. It's the cuts, it's the damage.
Yeah.
It's the vision, it's the nose. High risk.
Yeah.
Bare knuckle, but doesn't it look good?
It does look cool. I think it's cool to have one as well, isn't it, before you're done. Do you know what I mean?
Like one or two in there and get a decent fight. Like I feel like if I go in with my sort of kickboxing background or whatever, and they go, oh. You got an idea. You need like a pedigree to get yourself a good fight. You don't want to be just sort of.
But they're out there. Like Paulie Malignaggi's coming back into it, isn't he? Like Paulie Malignaggi's having a fight against Tyler.
Really good, isn't it?
I think that's what it is. I think from it seems like Paulie might have spunked his money, right? Yeah. And like he needs a payday.
Yeah. I mean, when you see fighters coming back, you think you know what's going on.
Of course you do. And some of them is quite sad, isn't it? Because you look at it and you go,
Or fighters that go on I'm a Celebrity.
That's
signing
up to I'm a Celebrity circuit.
Yeah, do you know what? You see, you think, and you're like,
bless him.
When I see like David Hay, I thought, fucking hell, David, like, come on, mate. Like, you know what's going on.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Well, David Hay makes me laugh. Like, he's obviously a great fighter in his day. Like, a great fighter.
One of my favourites.
He'll never be remembered for what he was, I think, because of how his career finished, right? But in his prime, he was fantastic. But I've said, again, I'm repeating myself. I said it on here once before when he was watching a KSI fight once. And KSI was bouncing around doing all unorthodox stuff and whatever, you know, make of that what you will. Yeah. But David Hay was on the booth after and he was going, wow, you got to give it, KSI really looked like a pro tonight. And you know when you go, David, how much do you need a pound note, mate? Come on, tell us what you really saw. Like, come on.
Yeah, because he's, I've never known, like, again, I love David, right? And David's a great fighter. But I've never known a man to make predictions on Sky or wherever he's on.
Never got one right, has he?
It's all wrong. So it's like kind of, no, am I right though when I say that?
100%.
He's like, yeah, he's up against Wilder. He's like, yeah, the second fight. He's like, yeah, Fury's looking a bit fucking slow here, he ain't looking great in Fury. And I'm thinking, but then he keeps doing it.
He picked Fury to lose 3 times against Wilder, I think.
Every time, and then because his dad got the ump in the end, he
Yeah.
was like, what, you know what I mean?
But I think that's a personal thing, innit? That's a personal thing.
I think the best one is Tony Bellew.
Mate, he calls it great.
He calls it great because he's genuine. He sort of says it how it is. Carl Froch is he's getting a little bit thing now, isn't he?
It's a bit prickly. Almost Carl Froch, like he seems to me, and obviously from the outside, right, I don't know him, but it seems like someone who's like got a bee in his bonnet about certain things in the boxing.
I think that's just the way he is. But
Right.
if you look at Carl, you can't knock what he's done.
No.
He is a great. He is a great.
I was there when he threw the last punch he ever threw
Yeah.
against George Groves and flattened him.
George, another good
Yeah.
fighter, another good. George, they're really big guys.
Mate, have you ever seen George Groves in person?
Mate, I see George.
Fucking hell.
I've met George a couple of times. He's massive. He fights at like super middleweight, which is 76 kilos.
Yeah.
It's like, wow.
Well, I've said this before. If
Wow.
you saw him and you didn't know, right, who he was, and someone said he was a world champion boxer, I would have thought he was a cruiserweight.
Yeah.
He's fucking enormous.
He's massive. Like he's big and he's tall. He's got to be that. He was just massive. Like you just.
Well, I tell you, I saw him once in Twickenham, actually, of all places, outside Waitrose, like years and years
he
ago.
lives around that way.
Right, but this is
Richmond
years
that
ago,
way.
and I was an amateur boxer at the time. I was boxing at 75 kilos,
Yeah.
and like as you said, he was 76 kilos, and it was like,
Yeah.
mate, if you chopped your fucking leg off, you'd weigh more than
He's
me.
got the longest arms ever.
Yeah.
And James DeGale, I see James DeGale the other day actually.
Oh, yeah?
He was cornering my Marlon on a show I was on, and he was there, and he's a really nice guy.
Is he?
He
Yeah.
was, on the MTGP. Marlon was boxing,
Uh-huh.
and he was cornering. That's pretty cool.
Oh,
isn't it?
that's cool. That is cool. Because
Yeah.
do you know what? It's funny. I've spoke to
Yeah.
Marlon, right, and
Yeah.
he back coming on here, and I actually had the week before that I had his opponent on the podcast.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So yeah, so it's all intertwined.
He's
isn't it?
doing really well,
Yeah.
Marlon.
Yeah,
really nice guy. I've
Yeah.
known him years. Yeah, good fighter,
Yeah.
nice guy. Nothing but respect for him.
Yeah, James again, another one big as well because he years
James
ago.
DeGale, amazing fighter.
Yeah.
He was one of my fighters. That era
Yeah.
of that thing with Groves, and then he fought Eubank and all that. That was a good time.
Well,
for
he came
middleweights.
down to our Aylesfield Boxing Club and
Yeah.
did a night of sparring, like in the not the build up to the George Groves
Yeah.
fight necessarily, but you know, like when it had been signed
Yeah,
and
yeah.
people knew about it, and like so probably like a pre-camp sort of thing. And again, like that was one of the things I thought, how the fuck does he make that weight? Like his size of
crazy.
him.
It's crazy because they're so long and wiry and strong, and it's just crazy. It makes you question things,
Yeah,
doesn't it?
hey, you said that, not me.
It's like because people are like to me, oh, get down to 72, and I'm like, yeah, I can do that, but
What state you gonna be in?
Yeah, I just can't. It's like 80 is too high, and 72 is too low. So it's like 74, 76 is kind of all right.
Yeah.
Do you know?
But
what I mean?
I've always thought, well, not always, but you learn from experience. I feel like that fighting at a weight where you feel good in you,
Yeah.
you're better off fighting someone a bit bigger than feeling a bit.
You're always going to be. I'm not being funny. I fought at 72, and you're going to be short. Like you're always going to be short. It's
And by the way, they're faster, so they ain't doing you no favours, are they?
like you've got to be comfortable where you are.
Yeah.
Yeah. So 75 for me is cool, and I
Yeah.
think if you look at my stature and the way I am, that's good. The way
Yeah.
I sort of punch and stuff, 75 is good.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
And 75, you know this obviously, like 75 and up, and probably 72 and up really, but definitely 75 and up is when people can really bang, right? Like people can hit you and it's like,
Yeah, you
fuck.
get hit at 75 or get low kicked. You're like,
Yeah.
bloody hell, you know. There's a bit of power there.
Yeah, that counts. Yeah, that counts. I feel that when I'm 75.
You
Yeah.
get hit, like you've got to be thing. But yeah, 75. I think even 70 upwards. To be honest with you, even the 65 upwards, they're all fucking powerhouses.
Yeah.
They're beasts, mate. These guys now, man.
Mate, do you know a fella called Daniel Terry by any chance?
Daniel Terry.
He was, I believe, a European Muay Thai champion.
I'm really bad with names.
Yeah, he was at Gym Box and stuff, so I thought you might know him by
really
that. Shout out Daniel Terry, he's a great guy. I've known him for years and years and years. He's trained me some kickboxing, great fella, and like brilliant
If he's been
guy.
there, I'd imagine.
But he's when you're talking about weight, I believe, and if I'm wrong, Daniel, in this fine, you make correct me, but I believe he fought most of his career at 61 kilos. Now he's shorter than me, but he's jacked. He's like powerful, you know. Looks like the kind of guy that could jump to the third floor with explosiveness, right? Like one of them. But he's like moving around and boom, boom, and he's in front of you, and you're going like 61 kilos. Like, Jesus Christ, he's big for that, you know.
Yeah, it's like when you speak to someone, they go, "What weight do you fight?" Like, what weight do you fight? And they look at you like they're generally shocked.
Yeah.
And you're like, you know, like, do you want me to prove it? Like, do you want me to get the pictures up? Yeah. And
But what they don't realise,
like, oh God, you look skinnier there. I'm like, yeah, of course, it's on a fucking water cut.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, they don't realise you don't really weigh that, right? You weigh that for about 5 minutes.
I weigh, yeah, for like 5 to 20 minutes, I weigh that, and then I'm fucking back up to fucking 82.
Yeah, there you go.
I walk around at 85, 86-ish, and I cut to 75. I do that over 8 weeks. Boom.
Yeah. And that's it. And what are you sort of fight week? I mean, if you want to keep that a secret, I understand. But like, if you're like doing your last little cut, what you sort of week
since
out?
being at this gym,
Yeah.
I'm at now, it's fine.
Yeah.
Because I've got the right support.
And what do you weigh though? What do you weigh when you're like a week out?
So I say I'm fighting at 76, maybe like 80, 81.
So that's cool then. Yeah, that's good. That's sweet, isn't it?
About 5 kilos.
Yeah, you're there, aren't you?
I've worked out the biting point of it. The biting point's about 5 kilos, 5.5 kilos.
And what do you do for that? Water cuts?
Water cut, yeah.
Which is,
last week.
I've only done a water cut like a couple of times, and that was like later because back in the day, you know yourself, it was just starve yourself and don't drink no water.
It's just ridiculous.
Right?
Like,
But like,
how dangerous is that?
Dangerous. Like, I remember going home from training and just like turning the tap on and licking it, and spitting,
mate,
all mad stuff.
What we used to do was ridiculous, but what the game's evolved now.
Yeah, right.
And the water loading is the safest way.
Yeah, and you feel good on it too. When I've done it.
You feel all right. I mean, you're never going to be like 5-10%.
Yeah.
But doing it the old way was like 30.
But from again, I've only done it a couple of times, but when I've done it, I felt like sharp. Like, you know, you feel a bit kind of like, I need something, but like I don't want to fight feeling like this, but like I'm okay. Whereas before, you know, it's like you're like, oh, turn the light off, fucking leave me alone. Don't, you know.
It's hydration plan. It's everything. You've got to get everything kind of in. Like I've got a hydration coach who's amazing. I've got
who's that? Give me a shout out.
Tyler.
Shout out, big Tyler.
Yeah, Tyler, mate. He's good, man.
You have to get us in touch. We get him on here. He can tell us about it.
Do you know what? He's really good, but he follows me up fight week, and he's on there, and he helps me. He's good. He's always supportive. I'll be like, boom, like, what's your weight? Do this, do that. I'm feeling a bit like this. And it's good. We've the last 2 we've smashed.
Is that right? Yeah,
we've smashed.
That's cool. Know? Yeah, because we've taken a coach, whatever it is, whether it's the actual fight coach or a coach in that sort of manner. Like, it just takes away off you, doesn't it? It's one thing to think about.
I think it's like if you don't understand it, trying to explain a water cut to someone that's never done one is impossible. They don't understand.
No,
but. I understand why they don't understand, because it's fucking ridiculous. It's mad how it works, but it works. I always say to people, don't ask me how it works. It just does work.
Because it doesn't make sense. For anyone who doesn't know what we're talking about chucking loads of water in, like 8 litres, 10 litres a day.
8 litres a day for Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 1 litre, and then you sweat out. So I sweat out most of it on the Thursday evening, a little bit in the morning. And boom.
Yeah, and you're good to go, and the weight just goes off. Because, like, again, from my limited experience of it, straight away you put on a bit of weight, don't you? And then when it starts coming down, it just falls off you. And you're almost at a certain point, like one of them, I was looking at going, I'm going to be too fucking light.
It literally dries you out. Like, it literally, like, imagine being, like, sucked in.
Yeah.
Because you look, like, incredible.
Yeah.
For, like, 20 minutes.
Yeah. So you've got to do that every day for the rest of your life. Flex up on the beach.
Like, it's not the thing is, it's not maintainable.
No.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
It's not maintainable. But it's maintained to stay in a good. That's what I said to you. Since I've been here, I'm on top of it now.
Yeah.
Because I wanna have a good run at this now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Before I was a bit like, oh, I'll go up, I'll be alright.
Yeah.
And it was affecting my performances.
Right.
And I was just like, you know. So, yeah.
And it's not about that at the end of the day, is it? So like we're going forward. October. What's the date?
October 18th, I believe. I believe that's the date. I'll have to double it. But buy tickets. Get in touch with me. It's a big fight. It's a title fight. Yeah, man. I need the support.
So I'll put Jacob's link for his Instagram below, and I'll put the link to our first episode below too. Yeah. This is part 2, mate, and hopefully we get a 3, 4, and 5. But thank you very much for doing this, mate. I know the answer to this one, and it's a good one, but I always ask at the end, which football team do you support?
Chelsea, mate.
You know the answer. Give me another handshake. My mate. I always finish with a fist up like this. Squeeze the neck. Boom!
Boom.